You want to be a grumpy old man about Hyrule Warriors with me?
Yeah, no, I will. Let me lead, actually. How many fucking times am I going to have to hear about this game that nobody wants? Because, like, and it's so funny, too, because, like, they're going all in on, like, lore and story when that was, like, the Zelda lore fans' biggest complaint about Tears of the Kingdom. Like, even people who liked it was like, they thought the story sucked.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sick of seeing this. This is... you know what's funny is, like, the game itself had so many problems. I didn't even really care to look into the story or the lore. But every time I see Raru, this big dumbass with the giant ears and 10 earrings, and then it always has this little thing, by the way, that Raru, this guy, this, like, panther lemur looking guy that's like 20 feet tall and totally not a furry, that's the first king of Hyrule.
My God.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Like, you think when Miyamoto and his team were making Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, they're like, actually, you know what I mean? Like, I think Miyamoto probably, like imagine Miyamoto's response looking at this, looking at Raru. Imagine
if he wasn't busy making these movies, this never would have happened.
I know. Imagine him looking at that. Like, you think the guy who took the personality out of Paper Mario is going to look at Raru and be like, hey, okay, guys, great job. Great job. He's hideous. He's hideous. This game looks terrible. No, like, it's like you play one Warriors game and you're like, yeah, couldn't possibly get excited for one of these ever again. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like everyone buys one. You buy one and you play it and you're like, yeah.
Yeah. Mine was the first one. I got Hyrule Warriors on Wii U and I'm like, well, I'm not getting suckered into that again.
I can't believe that they're still coming out with these. Like, maybe it's just new people keep getting suckered in.
Yeah. The only note I wrote down for this was all caps. Fuck. I'm going to have to play this eventually in my Zelda series.
Oh, true. Oh, you are. And it's got all the...
Out of every weird thing in the Zelda series that I want to cover, this is to be like the least exciting thing. Like any of the Warriors games, like that I would be looking forward to. It's like the thing I want to do the least, at the very bottom.
Yeah, it's something I realized back in around 2011 or 2012 was that there's games that you feel like a badass when you're playing. This isn't one of them, by the way. There's games that you feel like a badass because you're overcoming obstacles and like you're like honestly, Zelda 2, the first time when I was actually making progress, actually got good. I'm killing the things that were a problem for me before with pure skill. Feel like a badass, right? Yeah. And then there's games like the Batman games, the Warriors games, the Spider-Man games. They try to make it look like you're doing all this badass stuff when you're pressing like 3 buttons and it's just doing these wild, wacky, zany animations. It's like QuickTime events, you know, like,
sure.
It doesn't like this. Part of me wonders if just the Dynasty Warriors games are better than these because it's just pure, you know, like that's what they were supposed to be. But this game looks bad. I'm not excited. I can't.
You want to move on to Dragon Quest VII?
I do.
Reimagined.
Yeah, we both immediately spotted this and knew what it was right away. What was funny is I was
Frame
looking
one,
at
seeing this island. I'm like, that's the Dragon Quest VII starting island.
Because just a few months ago, I was playing this on 3DS.
Yeah.
You see it, and it was so funny, too, because like I went in the chat, and no one was saying it, and so I typed it.
Well, because they don't know it until it says Dragon Quest.
Well, yeah, no, like, because they took a while before that music came up, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I was like, DQ7, because no one said anything. Usually everyone's like spitting off, like no one had any clue what it was. Because it is maybe like the least popular Dragon Quest game.
Yeah, odd. This has been rumored for a while, and I caught whiff of it because, you know, people tell me shit about Dragon Quest.
This had been rumored?
Even if I don't. Yeah, I mean, are you joking?
7? They already have a remake.
I've been hearing about this for a while. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't.
Okay, well, people have fucking tell me. They're like, oh, you're about they're remaking Dragon Quest VII? I'm I'm like, that's a rumor. That's unsubstantiated, and I hope it's not true, is what I said basically every time. But it is true, and it's here, and it looks fine. What captured my imagination, oddly enough, is the title. Reimagined. Does that mean that, like, what have they reimagined? Like, does that mean that they've actually changed the game, and it's just, like, an adaptation of Dragon Quest VII, or is it just a straight remake? Because if it's just a straight remake, my interest is very low, because this is a game, huge commitment. It's the longest Dragon Quest. It's just a really
it's like 140 hours on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah, it's a big chonker of a game, and I've already played through it, and if I ever play through it again, it'll be for a video, and it's not going to be the stinky Switch version. It's going to be the original. So
the original, I really like the way it looks on the PlayStation 1, honestly. I like the way the 3DS version looks, but slightly less. I actually really like what they did with the art style here, and I'm surprised by that, because like a lot of these retro remake games, when they come out with their new fancy art style, I kind of hate it. But I think like I'm really into this, actually. And that's the thing, like I feel like I might get this, honestly. I might get this. Really? Looking at it again, I like Dragon Quest VII. I haven't beaten it yet because it's too long.
I would need fans to tell me what's different. This is my maybe pile. Another observation I made that gave me maybe pause that this might not just be a straight remake is they featured the fucking girl and the old guy a lot, and I forget their names. But these are party members you get like 3/4 of the way through the game. And the fact that they're featured so heavily in the trailer leads me to believe that maybe they've adjusted what happens in the game.
True. By reimagined, I hope it doesn't mean ultra casualized to the extent where they make the game like a 40-hour experience.
No, that's what I'm hoping for. If that's what they do, then I'll play it. Yeah. If that's what they do, I'll play it again.
It's funny how we're on opposite wavelengths sometimes, right?
Well, because you haven't played through the entire original game, and I'm just like, I don't want to go through that again.
Yeah, I guess if you've already played it, that makes sense.
Like, Dragon Quest VII is a game where you, like, let's say it's 100 hours, just so I can compartmentalize it into percentages. 75% of those 100 hours is slowly, one by one, doing quests that don't connect to each other, unlocking each island.
Yeah.
And then the last 25% is like the South Park meme, well, now we can finally play the game. It's like, okay, well, now a real Dragon Quest game actually starts now that you have all the islands unlocked.
You have to build the entire game before your eyes.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
You get to play
if this
it,
is like the building the entire game part has been cut dramatically, I would be okay with that. And then it just starts with like when the game actually starts.
This is a weird thing about Dragon Quest VII to me. I've heard a lot of people say, including Happy Console Gamer, that the character designs, the characters look kind of unappealing in this.
Fucking awful. They're so bad, and I hate... The protagonist in this game is one of the worst looking protagonists I've ever seen in a game.
Well, you see, like, actually that's part of what initially made me interested in the game, is how plain everyone looked.
Sure.
You know, like, they didn't go out of the way to try and make everyone look like a Super Saiyan, basically.
I don't like that he looks like if Link was a toddler. I hate it. I hate how he looks. I hate the protagonist. Everybody else looks fine. Yeah, here is the best he's ever looked, but in like every other incarnation, even like the art for him, he looks like, I can see why in America this game did like dog shit, because who the fuck would buy Dragon Warrior 7 and that fucking idiot is on the cover? Like, no.
Well, no. I mean, it was also I think the PS2 was already out, right?
Yeah. It was a late PS1 game. This was a
this
game
was set up to fail harder than any other game in history, probably. Yeah.
This was a famous development hell game, and then it finally came out like really late in the PS1, and yeah.
Well, Jason, I think the next segment has to be its own thing. So, Shallow and Pedantic, like and subscribe.
Does it already? All right. Okay. What's the next thing? Oh, the next thing. We're there.